The athletes in this game are
Do we want to set up our camera?
on this is a game between and a sporting behavior. The officials assigned to this.
I mean, do we want to? Hello and welcome to 801 Chevy Road. We are here on Colerain Game Days broadcast here. We're difficulties we're working through, so Black, we will to you with audio only. We have that picture back up, but for now, Colerain Cardinals hosting these here at 8801 Chevy Road, Colerain High School. Cardinals come here. Middletown moving for in the year.
Yeah, Middletown, you said, wins against Loveland, losses to Fairfield, Lakota East, and Mason. They're going to be led by 6 foot and 40-pound completions at 115 attempts, 120 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Rushing Lumberham, he leads the team with 367 attempts, 5.5, 4 touchdowns. Receiver going to be Town. They kind of split 2 receivers, one with 15 and a couple with 10. They had Powell, Frank, the 4 wide Town middies.
Again, we'll remind you that we're so for now it is audio only, up and running, and Waycross broadcast, joint broadcast, we will reset with Waycross production.
We reset. All you need to do is start.
You don't
even need to do anything anymore.
You never need it. That's okay. Pause now. And I ask you not here. I don't think. After the national anthem, again remind you, we will until we get into the game that we some video technical to that point. Be audio only. With that being said, I said Brian as the Cardinal host the and. You know, it's not playing Middletown, but these two teams, there are 2 teams that have come to the game to have a win over their only few teams to win this year.
I mean, very familiar with those teams, and it's one of those close games. Colerain lost 30 and he lost that game. It's been a year here. Really all beat other supposed to lose the match. Strange technical. We yard cross, and they're done. Alright.
Audio middies. They do. Red Wilton kickoff.
We said this game we saw led strong, but let Oak Hills back into the ball game. Colerain, we've seen time and time again, led by Zacharias Jennings. He's got 288 yards on 83 attempts, and Justin Rose also 83 attempts, 364 yards. So far on the season, the Colerain Cardinals have only rushed, and we know the history of this offense, for 938 yards and just 7 touchdowns in these 6 games.
Zach Johnson set to kick off for the middies. Robinson and Cheatham back deep for the Cardinals.
Return guys really aren't sitting that deep, so I think they're expecting a return.
And it's a little pooch. Tried an onside kick. Right there is Leo Hughes, and he's got a big catch. Just the kicker to beat. Steps through, and a kickoff return for a touchdown.
I don't know if that was an attempted onside kick or just a pooch kick that went too short, but it was the front row that caught that ball. The outside man caught that ball about the 40-yard line. And, just a 25-yard kick and took it the distance.
Hey, Leo Hughes takes it, and he had to get on that ball. Leo Hughes takes it, basically fields in the 50, so it's a 50-yard kickoff return for, it's not even the up man, it's the front line man for the Colerain Cardinals. So for a team that's struggled to put points, that's a fast way to put 6 up.
So what numbers Hughes?
Leo Hughes was 8.
Listed as a white.
Substituted a little bit of snap is back. High snap. Gonna have to scramble, and that'll be a no good attempt.
Yeah, kind of ugly. It was kind of a bad snap, and when you've got a 6'8" quarterback or a punter as your holder, it really takes him a long time to get up off that one knee. So Colerain catches a big break with a big kick return on an odd kick.
I think that was an attempt at an onside kick. Because if Leo Hughes doesn't get it, there's 3 middies there and 1 Cardinal. The one Cardinal was there to make the play.
But do you do a pop-up there?
Yeah.
On an onside kick?
That's an onside kick. It wasn't. It hit the ground first. That was an onside kick.
Okay.
Check 1, 2, check.
Leo Hughes has gotten some playing time. He started the year as just a wide guard. Gotten some playing time in the rotation of outside linebacker position with the 2 sophomores, the man in there. Didn't do a great job of contain sometimes during the season. He's rotated in with those 3.
Well, what's going to look really great when you look into the stats at the end of the season, 1 return, 1 touchdown.
So we'll flip it. It'll be Will Schutte kicking for the Cardinals. It'll be number 6, Mikkel Dorn, back to receive for the middies.
And Will Schutte will set the kick.
6-0. The Cardinals lead just 10 seconds into the game.
We're still waiting on
a short kick fielded by an up man about the 20-yard line. going to try to find some space, looking to get the outside. He's got a corner to get around. He does not. He's short of the 30, and that's where Talon Malakut will go down, but there's also a flag on the field.
Yeah, that came way behind the play in the area of a holding. Really didn't have much of a lane, so when he cut it to the outside, I believe kind of one of the Colerain defenders might have got hooked.
We're currently
holding.
running
In this case,
audio
behind
only.
The play is a east-west, so it's not 10 yards behind the play where it would be at the 20-yard line. It's 10 yards behind the play where it's just on the other side of the other hash. So it'd still be a 10-yard penalty from the spot. Middletown will start from their own 17-yard.
Still running audio only. Currently issues with Waycross cameras. We hope to have them back shortly.
They can have struggled to run the ball.
Yeah, have more passing yards than rushing yards.
Which is not unexpected, but have struggled offensively. Davis back, throws, he's got a man underneath. Broken tackle, still on his feet. And
Ball came loose, but DeMarco Powell was down on contact. Referees let him know what away. That's got first down for the Middletown Mid. He's all the way out to their 27.
it basically puts it where the original spot was before the penalty on the kickoff return. Kellen Davis, 6'4", 235. He's a big quarterback back there. He takes the snap, a little confusion, and I don't know what just.
Well, the referee from the Middletown sideline did call for a timeout, but he was, I guess, equipment issue with the wide receiver. Didn't communicate with the other referees who allowed the play to start. So yeah, that was
weird.
Yeah, so no play.
Middletown catches a break because the running back did not move at all on the snaps. The quarterback went to hand it off to no one. So no play, first down still. Middies at the 27. Kellen Davis from the pistol formation trips to the right. Takes it, hands it off, trying to find some spaces up the middle, and Lamont Chambers tripped up after a minimal gain.
That's Cooper Krieg, outside linebacker, defensive end, however you listed it in this 50 flat. Does a great job just shedding the blocker. It's going to only give him 1 yard.
So 2nd and 9. It's a big thing. This Cardinal defense has struggled with contain, and Krieg able to keep it on that play. Kellen Davis back to the shotgun, trips to his right. Steps back, fakes it, looks backside, finds a man. Quick little weak side hook, and it's going to be close to a first down.
The Colerain defenders just kind of give him a little cushion right there, and they found that twice.
Right, Chandler shields with the catch, and this is what we're going to see. We do have an injury to report that Donovan Dillingham, one of your starting senior quarters, is out. So right now the Cardinals are starting 2 5'8" sophomores at either quarter, Jaden Staley and Jahiv Javi, excuse me. So Middletown now, twin bunches on either side. Krieg back to pass, Krieg rushes Davis. The pass a little rushed and incomplete. I don't know if the receiver ran the wrong route or Davis threw it to the wrong spot.
Well, I think the rush kind of forced him to get rid of it early, so he kind of anticipated where he thought the receiver was going to be. The good pass rush from Krieg caused him to kind of rush the play. 2nd down and 10. 9-12 left to play in this first quarter. Colerain up 6-0.
6-0 without the offense seeing the field. Pistol now, tight end to the right, handoff up the middle, finding some space, breaking a tackle. Chambers does in the backfield, still gets it out, but there are 2 flags on the field. Chambers broke through the Stanley West tackle, but there are 2 flags.
Yeah, he got the corner. I believe they got number 7 out there for the Middletown Middies, one of the wide receivers, kind of getting a handful of jersey. Maybe Talon Malakut. So that will be a spot foul. They're going to bring it back. It was holding.
So the official call is holding on the Middies.
So
making it 2nd and 18. They have it at 17. They have it at the 33. They need the midfield for a first down.
Still currently
Tight end
having
gives Tripp
issues
the
with our video
back to the
feed from
shotgun.
Waycross.
Kellen Davis.
I don't believe they're even on the air right now, so audio only here at wearecolerain.com.
Looks to pass, looking under pressure, trying to find a way. He throws it at the sidelines, incomplete, intended for James Franklin.
Yeah, even if he completes that, that would have been back to the original line of scrimmage, but didn't get his feet in bound, didn't secure the ball. 3rd down and 17.
If I'm not mistaken, they had 12 players on that play.
Middletown?
They had 2 wide receivers on the other side, a tight end, and a back in the backfield. That's 5. That's that's 6. Yeah,
I believe Colerain only might have had 10 on defense.
Colerain goes to this little nickel dime package that they've had for passing situations. Kellen Davis, 2 receivers at either side, drops back under pressure, tries to find a man, hits it in the post. Out to DeMarco Powell for a first down.
Just sat behind the linebackers in front of the safety, a seam right down the middle, post pattern. Just found a spot there and settled down. I'll tell you what, this big quarterback has got a quick arm. He doesn't really, he's got a strange windup. He almost sidearms it a little bit, but just a quick flick of the ball, and that really got down there. So first down, ball spotted at the Colerain 45.
Trips to his left, shotgun for Davis. And they draw the Cardinals off sides.
Yeah, the Middletown's offense kind of go by sound. We've seen that quarterback clap, and this time they kind of changed the cadence a little bit. Got Nathan Fry to go a little bit early.
We got a little bit of an explanation. There was some confusion last week. Nathan Fry and Jacob Fitzgerald went from single-digit numbers to numbers in the 60s. It's because they are now backups on the offensive line, and the interior offensive linemen need ineligible numbers, so that's why they had that number switch last week. Davis back to pass, quick hit behind his receiver intended for Talon Malakote.
Yeah, Malakote, it just went through his hands. He was open a little bit behind him, but if you get that much, you got both hands on that, you got to make that catch. The big quarterback's kind of, Colerain really not getting much pressure on him because they're quick timing wrapped. As soon as it gets in his hand, it's bang, bang. He's already delivering the football.
Still in that trip, this time out of the pistol. Handoff, backfield, Chambers bursts through the hole, still on his feet, out ahead, and he's got a midi first down.
Well, it's unlike we've seen in the past couple games. Not a lot of teams had success going through the middle of the Colerain offense. This time they just a quick dive right off guard, all the way down to the Colerain 25. 7:33 left in this first quarter.
Another midi first down. After converting that 3rd and 17. They are close to the Cardinal red zone. Still Tripp, shotgun to the left this time. Man in motion. Handoff, jet sweep. He's going to have lots of space to cover, and he's going to get nowhere. Cardinals string it out. James Franklin will lose a yard on the play.
They're having a lot of success going up the middle. This time they try outside. If one thing Colerain does have is a lot of speed, but you said it earlier, the Colerain outside linebacker is a little bit young. It's kind of so far this year, a little bit trouble sometimes with the contain. This time they do their job. No gain on that play.
Trips to the right. Handoff, Chambers tries to find something up the middle, and this time they contain him. It'll be another minimal gain. Probably gets the football across the 25. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the middies.
Yeah, it was Craig and one of your captains, Stanley West, combining on the tackle. 3rd down and 9. They need to get to the 15-yard line.
Again, we apologize. Technical difficulties with the video with Waycross. You may occasionally see flashes of the video pop up as they try to fix it. And again, we will reset when they have full video and set for their broadcast. 3rd down and 9 middies. Trips to the right.
Probably 2-down territory.
Davis takes it, looks to throw. He's going to go deep. He's got a man one-on-one. Too high, intended for Chandler Shields.
He was open. The corner let him go by. No safety help. Just deep into the corner, and luckily he overthrew him.
I don't think he overthrew it. I think the receiver stopped early.
Was so open he didn't realize.
He kind of slowed down, anticipating to be in there, and then by the time he looked up, the ball was over his head.
So they are leaving the offense and going for it on 4th down.
So 4th down and 9.5. They need the 15. They'll stay with that trips formation again. A 2 play action step back. Davis trying to find somebody. He's going to be chased around, still on his feet. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. He's still looking downfield, throws it across his body, and has a man for a 1st down.
I'll tell you, that was one thing. He's not fleet-footed, but he's big. He's 240 pounds. Almost Roethlisberger-like. Just sheds a few tackles. Like 3 Colerain Cardinals had their arms around him, and he just kind of shed the tackle. Made something happen. 1st down to the 13. 5:55 left to play 1st quarter. Colerain 6-0.
1st and 10.
For everybody with us here on YouTube,
Kickoff,
still having issues with our video feed from Waycross. Hope to have it back shortly.
Counter action. Chambers pushes forward for about 4 on the play.
I'll tell you, Chambers runs through contact a lot. He's a strongly built young man. 376 yards, 5.6 yard carry on the year, and 4 touchdowns. He'll pick up 4 on the play.
2nd down and 5.
So 4 wide receivers, 3 down low.
Pistol formation. Davis takes it. He's going to hand it off again to Chambers. And he's met by the wall, but he pushes the wall forward for about 1 yard.
3rd down and 4. Need to get just inside the 5, almost to the 4-yard line for the 1st down. Again, they do have just a couple field goals on the year. So this is probably 2-down territory. I wouldn't.
Zach Johnson is 11 of 12 on extra points, but 0 of 1 on field goal attempts. So, like you said, probably that 4th down. Tight bunches on twins either side. Shotgun. Davis steps back, looks like he had a man in the flat, and then Nathan Fry with a sack.
Well, I'll tell you what, that is going to make their decision a little bit harder. If they get no gain right there, they're going for it, but a big loss all the way out to the 19.
And they will send the field goal team out. So at 19, you actually only lose 1 yard with a missed field goal as long as it gets to the end zone.
Colerain has blocked a few field goals and extra points this year.
And you have 15 yards to gain for a 1st down, so you have the added benefit of having that little extra 5 yards to play with to jump early. Kick is up. Kick is good. 36-yarder from Zach Johnson puts the Middies on the board in a 3:51 the play in the 1st quarter. The Cardinals still lead 6-3 over the Middletown Middies despite not touching the football offensively.
Yeah, as you said earlier, Colerain took the opening onside kick back for a touchdown, and that methodical drive, the length of the field pretty much ate up a lot of that 1st quarter. Colerain's offense.
They started that drive with 11:50 on the clock, and they kicked that field goal with 3:50 on the clock. So it's a
8 minutes.
8-minute drive by the Middies.
So you might have caught Colerain off guard, with an onside attempt to start the game. Don't know if you try it twice in a row.
So take advantage of those delicious items throughout the night.
Colerain's return men are not very deep. But again, it didn't even get to the return man. That was returned from a touchdown from the front row.
It was perfectly at 10 yards where Leo Hughes is right behind midfield. I mean, if it wasn't for Leo Hughes, that was a perfect onside kick, but just happened to not catch the nap. It's going to be a squib kick returned by the through the up man's legs. Cheatham's going to pick up off the turf, try to find some space, gets to the outside, still on his feet. He gets it across 35, and he'll be out of bounds about the 40-yard line.
I tell you what, I think he's become one of my favorite players to watch. They list him at 5'10", 150. I don't think so. But when he gets the ball, I mean, it's feast or famine. He's the biggest guy on that field when he's got the ball in his hand. And he could have easily stepped out of bounds there at the 40-yard line, but he initiated contact, picked up about 4 or 5 more extra yards. Colerain's going to start the ball at their own 43, 3:42 left in this first quarter.
So Zay Jennings takes it, spot in the shotgun with Justin Rhodes to his left. Jennings takes the step, and they're going to look to throw the first play. Jennings steps up, and he's sacked.
Want to thank everybody for
just
tuning
took the
in here
snap
on
and
wearecolerain.com. Still having issues with our video from Waycross.
Penetration from the outside, Javon Davis.
We'll get that back as soon as they get our video feedback.
So about 5-yard loss.
2nd and 15 for the Cardinals. Jennings sends Cheatham in motion, takes it across against the motion, keeps it, and he'll pick up about 3 yards.
So the sack and the limited game sets up a big 3rd down conversion for the Colerain Cardinals. They're going to need almost 12 yards.
No, they'll need 12 yards. Not almost, they'll need 12.
So again, out of the shotgun formation.
Jennings. He's got 2 receivers in the boundary and a tight end trying to use space to their advantage. He cuts up inside. And that's going to be limited to a 5-yard gain, not 4-yard gain.
Yeah, he had 1 man to beat, but a nice play. Really just by the Middletown middies. Ronan Casanova stopped him. He's going to bring on the punt unit for the Colerain Cardinals.
Tried to use formation and get his little defenders on the open side of the field, but Casanova, the leading tackler for the middies with the tackle, with the play. 3rd and 9. Brendan Green now will punt. Is that Chambers back to return the punt? I can't see the number.
Flag on the play. Dead ball. Delay of game.
Delay game on the
5-yard
Cardinals.
Yeah. Even with the play clock, Colerain does not see it, does not get the play off. Move back 5 yards and run the play again.
So now we're punting from the 39-yard line.
I can't tell if it's a 5 or a 6 deep, Brandon.
Yeah, I can't tell either. Green's punt up, fair caught. Doesn't matter on the return. Mikkel Dorn was the number 6 with the fair catch, so the middies will take over at their own
at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, not much happening for your Colerain offense there. We're almost at the end of the half, and they just had that ball about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Or, yeah, end of the quarter. So here comes Davis and the midi offense. Methodically worked their way down the field, didn't get into the end zone. Colerain needs to step up here and make a play.
And again, though, Cardinals 2 sophomore corners. Hand up, Chambers trying to find some space, breaks patiently, waits, breaks 1 tackle, breaks his 2nd, and it's a foot race. Ramon Chambers will not be caught. Touchdown, Middletown.
I tell you, he ran through some arm tackles right there. A very strong runner. I mean, there were 3 or 4 Colerain Cardinals that had a chance to take him down.
I'll be honest, though, I don't know if they actually had a hand on him or if he was just patient enough to work around the blocks.
Yeah, there was a couple guys that got wrapped. So again, this is the strangest first quarter we've seen in a while. Middletown middies just kind of break a big play right there. Looking extra point.
Snap is back, kick is up, and kick It was good with 1:07 to play in the first quarter. It's the Middletown Middies 10, Colerain Cardinals 6. And it's a danger for the Cardinal defense because you basically right now have 4 sophomores on the edges. Your 2 outside linebackers are sophomores. Your 2 quarterbacks are sophomores.
That play went right off tackle, though. That wasn't the outside. That was the inside not making plays. Again, thanks for everybody who's staying patient with us online. Waycross is having major video issues. We're going to try to keep you updated, but if we get it going, we'll refresh and get you video when we can.
If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Shoot Group of Star One Realtors. It's all about a tradition.
So we've seen two kickoffs from this Middletown team. An attempted onside kick and a squib kick.
And the kick from Middletown. Once again is Zach Johnson back to receive for the Cardinals.
Jack Johnson will kick off for the 3rd time this quarter. That's the kick. Another squibber, this one to the right sideline, picked up by an up man. He's got a hole. Staley lost the ball, and the Middies have it.
No signal yet, but the Middletown is celebrating.
Middies have it.
Yeah, the fumble issues for the Colerain Cardinals continue. Only one-on-one on that hit.
And you have up man, and there's one of your starting corners, the sophomore Jaden Staley. The up man just got walloped and lost the ball. Turnover to the Middies. They'll take over at the Cardinal 33. Middletown. 59 seconds in the first quarter. Man in motion, fakes the handoff, looks deep, and someone moved early for the Middies.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
5-yard penalty, make it first down and 15 for the Middies. (10-6). Middies lead. Trips to the left for Davis out of the pistol. Hands off Chambers, and he's hit immediately, and there's also a flag.
Yeah, but maybe had pressure from Jameer Carpenter.
So Carpenter was held, and it'll be a 10-yard penalty on the Middies. And they'll take it close to midfield. They'll be at the ball, the Cardinal 49. Still be first down.
Still having problems here at wearecolerain.com with the video feed from Waycross. Now I think we lost Brian. We lost Brian, so we got Brandon calling the game by
Davis
himself
keeps
here.
it, and unexpectedly out of the veer option, and he had
And
it,
the
but
ball-
lost the ball. They're going to say, are they going to say it's a fumble? Yes. So surprising everyone, Kellen Davis keeps it on an option via read. He'll pick up. Get it to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Davis hands it off to Chambers. And another penalty flag.
Chambers on the carry, and he stopped before any game, but there's a flag on the penalty. Holding offense.
Another holding penalty on the Middies. This is a highly penalized team, I will say.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty. And also the final play of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play here, it's the Middies 10, the Cardinals 6. So thanks for sticking with us for some technical issues. Waycross is still working through their technical issues, so we're actually going to try to set up our own camera and equipment for now until Waycross can get back up. So after 1 quarter of play, a lot of events, Cardinals take the opening kickoff, we're back for a touchdown. A 8-minute drive results in a Middletown field goal, and Middies then come back and answer just 3 plays in the first quarter for the Cardinal offense. It will be an untimed down, however, here, so it is not actually the end of the first quarter. We'll have 1 untimed down here. Davis looks, throwing deep, over the top, and now this one will be a flag on the Cardinals. So we'll have another untimed down here at the end of the first quarter. Have a one-on-one with the sophomore Javi Jarman in the corner. Rather than give up the big play, takes the 10-yard penalty. Now, in high school, that is not an automatic first down, so essentially we'll have a 2nd down and 10 for the... Or was it 2nd down and 15? Or excuse me, 2nd down and 20.
Another play for the first quarter.
It is a out and 5.
Working on getting our own camera spots. I know.
His head for about 2 yards and is taken. And that is the first quarter. It's Middletown 10 and Colerain. If you're craving a great Burgers, you can head over. It's Miss and Restaurant Hampton. Body is the in Wang Connect every time with family. And we thank you for your gold sponsorship. This has been a steady support of Boosters for several years. I'd like to thank them for their donations.
So you can be
Service, Connor Smith, a grad, State Farm, Willow Event Center, Silver Cardinals, and we thank for that.
well. There's since we turned it up, so
Our restarter, middle down, and about 3. Rain 20. And he's stopped with no gain. Coming up 4. Final fan. Now let's fans. Pass is to the 18, Helen Mallow. That is enough.
First, 18. looks to throw too high. It's on the carry.
The interior line limited. He's just going over that in the garden attack.
I think this is too down. The Cardinals held on third down. Zach Johnson kicked a field goal for the Middies with 10:15 to play in the half. Middies 13, Cardinals 6.
Yeah, coming into this, the field goal kicker had not had he only had one field goal attempt the entire year. It was 0 for 1. So far is 2 for 2 tonight.
So Cheatham hasn't really had a chance to return. He won't hear another pooch kick. Staley has it, takes it, picks it up. He fumbled last time, and this time he's held short of the 25-yard line.
Yeah. If you don't get that clean lead right away, and Stanley didn't, just gave a lot of time for the coverage team to get down there, and by the time he stood up, there was a Middletown Midi looking him right in the eye. So no gain on that return. 10:09 left in this first half. We're in the second quarter, and Colerain has only run 3 offensive plays.
3 and out in their only possession. So they'll come out. Pistol formation. Shotgun. Trips to the left or right. Jennings fakes it, keeps it. Falls forward and is getting about 4 yards on the carry.
I'll take that on first down every time. 4, almost 5 yards out to the 28, 9:55 left till half. Middletown Middies leading 13-6.
Jennings high snap, fields it, scrambles right, and he's just going to tuck and go and pick up the first down.
Yeah, no one there and contained on that right side. Again, we've seen this all year. This high snap really just sends off the rhythm right now.
So listen to this.
So that'll be first down for the Colerain Cardinals out to their 36-yard line.
Jennings takes the snap, looks to throw, scrambles right away. Little hesitation move, still on his feet, makes another man miss, and he's got a Cardinal first down.
Yeah, he was looking downfield. He pressured a little bit. He had to step upside the pocket, but all he had to beat was one linebacker, and he did. First down, Colerain Cardinals into the Middletown territory.
Jennings takes the snap, hands off to Cheatham on the jet sweep, who cuts inside, stays on his feet, and gets to the 45.
Mr. Excitement just kind of has an extra gear, gets underneath the
outside linebacker delivers the blow to the safety, a big 7-yard carry on first down.
So 2nd down and 3.
That's a good idea. Just do what you're doing.
So again, shotgun formation, 2nd down and 3.
Jennings takes it. Fakes it, keeps it. Tux beats one tackler and gets across for a first down.
I tell you, if not for that shoestring grab there, he could have went a little bit more, but in deeper to the 36-yard line. Colerain Cardinals offense moving the ball. They've just got to finish putting themselves in the hole, 13-6 at this moment.
Jennings. Shotgun formation. Steps back, looks to throw, still scrambling. On his feet, looks to throw. Little high step, he's going to keep going, and another scramble and another positive gain.
Yeah, it's interesting what he's doing right now. He's just he's looking downfield, but the linebackers have such a deep drop that he's finding just empty space and just kind of just tucking and going.
So 2nd and 2. Cheatham and Mosen. Hands off, another jet sweep. He tucks
Got one
inside,
man to beat.
And it's a foot race to the corner.
One man to beat.
And did he get to the pylon?
I think he's going to be short.
1 yard short. It'll be knock him at the goal line.
Yeah, it's Cheatham again showing his speed, just finding a crease. He beat the outside linebacker right there, but there was just the safety. Had the great angle and stop him at the 1.
So 1st and goal from the 1. Jennings might just be sneaking it here.
Yeah, why not just go under center and go?
That's what he does. Initial push isn't there. Secondary push is Jennings in for 6.
I think that the center caught him off guard right there. You know, you kind of go on first down, maybe a tap on the leg when he went, and I think he was surprised that when he got the snap and didn't go right away, but just stayed with it.
I will tell you as a former center, it's not a tap on the leg. It's a get under there, and normally you have your hands right under the rear end, and it's just a little lift. That's the signal.
I politely said tap on the legs.
It's a little lift.
Okay.
So Schutte with an all-important extra point. The first one was a bad snap. He didn't even get the kickoff. Snap is down. Kick is blocked. And the Middies will retain the lead with 7:13 to play in the first half. It's the Cardinals trailing the Middies 13-12. Thank you for working through the technical difficulties with us. If you are on Colerain Game Day, you have a live video feed now. Thank you for listening on Waycross. We'll reset at some point for you. Tony, the producer at Waycross, if you get us a shot of us, we look ridiculous because we made a switch over when things weren't working. So now my father and I have both headsets on because we have our own personal headsets and the Waycross headsets. We're talking into 2 microphones right now. So with that, for those of you listening on Waycross, the Cardinals took the opening onside kick attempt by the Middies back for a touchdown. The Middies followed that with a 8-minute drive that resulted in a field goal. Cardinals went 3 and out and 3 plays. Those would be the only 3 plays they would get the ball in the first quarter offensively. And then the Middies would strike early in the second quarter to make it 13-6. The Cardinals have since answered on that last drive to make it 13-12. Cardinals' first extra point was no good on a bad snap. This one was a low kick that was blocked. Schutte's kickoff is up and fielded about the 12. And
found a little space to the outside. I always say in high school, if you can keep within 35, you've done your job. But kick didn't have a lot of height, and he found a little bit of crease, and looks like he got just outside the 35.
Just beyond, we'll call him out of bounds.
All homecoming reps and banner carriers, please meet near the student section. Thank you. Middletown will take over first.
Thank you for watching on Colerain Game Day and Waycross Community Media.
As strange as it's been on the field, it's been even stranger.
It's just been strange.
So thanks for our volunteers and Tony Suarez from Waycross for we get it going.
Handoff, Chambers trying to find space, and he just keeps going sideways, pushed out of bounds, and he's going to lose. Eventually, they're going to mark him off after a loss of 3.
Yeah, they played pretty much on the other side of the field, so we haven't got a look. We saw Chambers make the big run earlier, and I said strongly built, and I got a better look at him running right towards us. That's a strong young man. We can see how he's breaking tackles, but he does lose 3 on that play.
He never looked like he was really running that hard either.
He's smooth. He's deceptively fast.
Davis takes it, looks, bubble screen to the outside. A little hesitation, but there's some space down the sidelines for DeMarco Powell, and it'll be close to a first down.
Yeah, you know what? That defensive back did his job for the Colerain Cardinals. He blew the block up almost to where the receiver caught the ball, but there was no secondary help. So we watch here in the replay. He's there to break it up, but no one has that outside contain again.
So first down, Middy's near midfield. Hand off to Chambers, and he bounces off his own man in the backfield and gets about 8-9 yards on the play. I thought he was going to be tackled by his own man in the backfield, but he just kept going, and there's no Cardinals there to clean up.
Yeah, we're not seeing much really support by your middle linebackers right there. The defensive line kind of stood up there, man, and let the creases, but the running back found free lanes, 2nd down and 2.
Hand off again, Chambers trying to get through, and this time it's another sophomore, Hayden Danielson, with a tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, it's going to leave him 2 yards short, 5:30 left to play till halftime. Middletown Middies leading the Colerain Cardinals 13-12.
So 3rd down and 3. Middies taking their time. Davis takes the snap, looks backside, a quick little hook, and complete.
Yeah, he just had one wide receiver in that route. 3 left, single coverage over there. And just got past the line of scrimmage, or right past the
line
to gain, and just sat down, and pass was on his leg.
So it'll be first down Middies inside the Cardinal 40-yard line.
So other than that big run, the passing game really has not been successful deep. It's been this patient 8 yards at a time.
Davis sends a man in motion, jet sweep outside, trying to get the edge, and a good job by Nathan Fry to close in. They're going to give him about a yard to Talon Malaco.
Malaco getting up a little bit slow in that play. But again, trying to stretch this. You stretch out the linebacker, and then they've been popping it up the middle.
Actually, they're going to give him no gain. I thought he got past the sticks, but apparently not. Davis trips to his right. Cardinals bringing the press, the blitz. The ball's on the floor, and the Cardinals are on it. Elram Nevis with the blitz from the outside. The safety come untouched and knocked it away from the quarterback. Didn't see who picked it up from the Cardinals.
Believe it might have been 99, but this time just a quick blitz from the outside.
Yep.
2 Colerain Cardinals right there. I don't know which one we're going to give credit to.
Hughes was on the blind side, but I think it was Nevis unblocked who knocked it away, and it was Jameer Carpenter, the nose guard, with the recovery for the Cardinals.
So finally, Colerain Cardinals fans on this side's waking up after that play. 3:54 left to play halftime. 2 missed extra points. Colerain trails by 1.
Cardinals have had 2 offensive possessions, 1 3 and out, and then the touchdown drive last time they had the ball.
That has been the case. Last drive, the touchdown drive was all positive plays, and the big negative play really hurt them on that first set of downs. Jennings with bunches to either side, going to set it up. The little jet sweep. Cheatham trying to find some space, spins off his tackle, stays in the grass, but he's going to get about 2 yards.
Like to see the sportsmanship right there. 2 number 4s, 4 from Middletown Middies, and Cheatham for the Colerain Cardinals. Kind of met there. Hey, you know what? They almost very similar in size. It was James Franklin.
Not the head coach of Penn State. Different James Franklin.
Gets a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
Jennings trips to his right. Takes the snap, drops back. Looks to throw, hits his man, and it'll be just short. Satterwhite to midfield.
There is a flag on the play. Looks at post possession, or after the play,
Or at least after the catch.
Wait, John, when they were getting up,
I don't know what
face mask. Looks like he's looking to march it off against the Colerain Card. No,
it's against the Middies. It's a 5-yard face mask, which will give the Cardinals a first down with 3:04 on the clock. Cardinals have all 3 of their timeouts, so don't have to necessarily rush it here.
Referee and Cruz. Okay, wait a minute. He gave him 3 yards on that penalty. Now he's giving him the full 5. They having trouble resetting the play.
First down, Cardinals. Clock is running. Handoff. Ball's loose. And Still loose. And Middies fall on it.
Yeah, Zay Jennings, he just fumbled the ball on first contact. He had room to run.
I don't even know if there was contact.
And that ball it bounced forward, and he had a good bounce, and it bounced up to him. So we watch here in the replay. No, nobody touched him. He just dropped it. He tried to pick it up. He kicked it forward again. Middletown Midi could have fell on it. It kicked forward. So
one fumble by a quarterback answered by another fumble by the quarterback. First down, Middies at their own 29 with 2:47 to play in the half. Well, that was interesting. It's almost like out of the mesh of the option, it just popped out.
A defensive lineman might have got a hand on him,
popped
an elbow.
Out of the mesh.
But I'm surprised Colerain didn't go to their nickel here, probably knowing that they're going to throw the ball.
Looking underneath, nice little route cut by number 12. To pet cross midfield for Middy's first down.
Yeah, he looked outside. He came underneath in a little seam route.
If they use that motion, kind of fake the wheels to the outside and get a man cutting to the inside. Well-designed play. Gets it to Middy's into Cardinal territory.
Scoreboard. Middletown does have all 3 timeouts left.
No, and in particular rush with 3 timeouts, and the clock will stop on first downs and incompletions. Davis steps up under pressure. That was not was that a face mask?
No, that hand was. They're going to call it a face mask, but it looked like the hand was wrapped around the helmet, on the back of the helmet.
That's still part. If he has any grasp of anything on the helmet, that is face mask.
Even it's the back of the helmet.
Even if it's the back of the helmet.
We'll watch a replay here on Waycross. He's a big man, just 230. Yep. Well, grabbed the near hole.
That's a face mask, 15 yards for the Middies. Will make it first down at the Cardinal 32. 2 minutes and running for the Middies, but they have plenty of time. 3 timeouts. Davis steps back. Quick little hitter. And bobbled and then corralled DeMarco Powell with a first down. Nope, not a first down. Just short. And tackled and bounce. The clock will continue to run. Second down at about 3.
And 90 seconds left to play in this first half.
For the Middies, you want to score here and not give Cardinals any time, as they will get the not get the ball back. Davis, another keeper. And again, no one on the field thinks it's coming, and that leaves Davis with a lot of room to run on the quarterback keeper.
You know, not the fleetest of foot, a big man, but pretty much a fullback right there. I mean, he's as big as a tight end or a defensive end at this high school level and just runs through a couple tackles. Just uses his pure strength. Get to the 13.
Yep, first down, Middy's clock is running. Actually, no, the Middies will get the ball first to start the second half because the Cardinals took the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Davis, under pressure, throws to the corner and too far ahead, incomplete.
Yeah, great pressure from the Colerain Cardinals. Forces that throw just a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
I think everyone had what they wanted. The Cardinals just executed better than Middletown. I think Cardinals got the pressure, but the Middies got the one-on-one with the guy going to the corner of the end zone with a sophomore on him. He just couldn't have set his feet well enough to deliver the pass. So second down from the 13, 48 seconds now on the clock for the Middies. They still have all three timeouts. Malcott in motion and
false start.
False start on the Middies. And if you're the Cardinals and the referees don't say anything, they did not put a second back on the clock, so the Middies just lost a second. And it'll be a timeout from the Middies sidelines. So this is a big set of downs for both teams. The Middletown Middies can go up a score and get the ball, extend their lead, and get the ball back to start the second half. The Cardinals, the opposite. They want to keep this close and keep it within striking distance, knowing that the Middies get the ball first.
And what they've done, too, these drives, other than the one big run, have been methodical and eaten a lot of time. Colerain offense has not been on the field that long, and this Colerain defense has got to be tested. Rushing this big quarterback, your defensive line work harder than anybody on the field. They got to be able to win it. So really, almost thank Middletown for this timeout right now. Colerain still has all three of theirs. So here we are. We got to break the huddle.
Second and 15, Middies from the 18. They'll have 47 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with.
All right, 2nd and 15 for Middletown from the Colerain.
Davis takes it, looks right. Quick throw over the top, and touchdown, Middies.
I'll tell you what, you see it at the pro level, the college level. A wide receiver there gets away with a little bit of a push-off right there, but you're not going to get that offensive pass interference called at the high school level. But they got the one-on-one in the corner like they wanted.
And you're just throwing to your second leading receiver, 6'2" receiver over a 5'8" sophomore. So, touchdown Middies. Set up for the extra point to make it an 8-point game. Snap is back. Kick is just inside the uprights with 41 seconds to play in the half. It's the Middies 20, the Cardinals 12.
So Colerain Cardinals with 3 timeouts left and only 41 seconds. We watch a replay here on Waycrest. It's just a nice fade to the corner. A little bit of separation by the wide receiver, and he just, finds the corner, uses his size against the undersized underclassmen. So here we're coming back with the adventures in kickoffs for the Middletown Middies. But what that's done, other than that one big return on that botched onside kick, you really can't. It's tough to set up a return with any type of regularity or blockers in front of you on these squib kicks because you don't get a true hop, you don't get a clean pick.
I'm surprised there's been no adjustment for the special teams. I mean, they've been in this same formation the whole time.
Yeah, get one, bring some of your deep guys up farther in the middle, take away that gap in the middle of the field. I do see a little switch here, Brandon. One of your deep guys, what is that? That's 4. Cheatham has moved up to the second return line around the 20. But they've been pretty much, they set it up to the far hash and pretty much has kicked everything over to that hash. I tell you what, this kicker takes a deep run up on it too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's about 12 yards behind the ball. This will be the first one he actually kicks deep. Robinson will take it at about his own 10. He's got some space to work with. He might run out of the sidelines, but he's going to stay up, and get out of bounds near midfield.
So, yeah, they're going to mark that all the way. That's past midfield. So Colerain's going to have what?
It's not past midfield.
Okay. I was looking at the wrong referee. So we see him. He picks it up on the outside, and he's going left. He's got a bunch of Cardinals in front of him, but he does run out of space. Sideline is your extra defender. So they're going to spot it at the Colerain 46. 33 seconds left till half.
Cardinals have all 3 timeouts.
Middletown probably camping deep, not letting any of them behind them. We've seen a couple of these Colerain Cardinals, as a matter of fact, last week, kind of get behind. They've got some dangerous wide receivers if you can give the quarterback time to throw it.
So Jennings, shotgun. Looking to throw. He's going to go deep to Robinson. And intercepted by the Middies. Trying to find some space. And that will be the James Franklin with the interception.
Yeah, just a 50-50 ball and pretty much really didn't give his wide receiver a chance to throw that. Kind of threw on the inside instead of the outside. Just kind of floated up and threw it behind him, and really nothing against a Colerain wide receiver. He had no chance on that ball. But, with that little time, I don't mind them taking a chance down there.
Yeah.
But with 2 timeouts and 21 seconds left till half, what will Middletown do?
They will get the ball first to start the second half, so they might just.
They've got the size advantage. Seniors against sophomores on the outside. I know Colerain's safeties are going to be sitting deep, but with one of your starters, DB's out.
Yeah.
Why not attack his replacement?
And Davis will step back and throw. Just to throw up, and you could have been not 19 feet tall, and that still would have been out of bounds.
Well, Colerain's sitting deep. He didn't see what he liked the right see, and that was purposely thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, let's hope.
As accurate as he's been on these short throws, I don't think that was not on purpose. Well, what it does, it just runs off 5 seconds of the clock. You got 16 seconds left. And looks like Middletown took their one shot.
And now they'll line up and.
So they take the snap.
Take the knee. And what just happened?
Well, they took the snap. The referees, immediately after they took the snap, even though they didn't take a knee, stopped the clock. Colerain called timeout. And now the referees have started the clock again.
What is going on?
You know what? It really doesn't matter because they're just going to run it and they could do it a couple more times. But these referees have not been on the same page all night. It hasn't affected play. But
that was weird.
They took the snap, and the side official blew the whistle and blew the play dead, even though the quarterback stood back and was running the clock out and didn't need
Either way, it's the end of the first half here at Colerain High School. The Middletown Middies lead the Colerain Cardinals 20-12.
Ms. Kinsler.
All right.
They are Student Senate Executive Board members.
Test.
Isabella Lambernitis, Victoria Petroselli.
What?
Jordan Selleck, Isabel Snyder, Josiah White, and Elena Farrell. And now for our 2022 Homecoming Court. Representing the senior class officers, Lauren Clifford and Elorm Nevin. Representing the senior class, Tanaya Jenkins, escorted by Curtis Robinson. Representing the junior class, Ava Detzel and Mason Yost. Representing the sophomore class, Emily Bickett and Nathan Simph. Representing the freshman class, Amani Williams and Tristan Cornist. Representing Art Club, Mia Heibel, escorted by Michael Congos. Representing the book club, Terry Hammonds, escorted by Dylan King. Representing the BPA, Olivia Burr, escorted by fellow member Chapin Newman. Representing BPA Butler Tech, Kate White, escorted by fellow member Grace Gaynor. Representing Butler Tech, Adriana Lanza and Braden Williams. Representing the Cardinal Credit Union, Abby Butler, escorted by Nick Bowles. Representing cheerleading, Alexis Colbert, escorted by fellow cheerleader Nevaeh McPherson. Representing DECA, Isabella Lambernitis, escorted by fellow member Sina Berhe. Representing the Diversity Club, Shalom Amsalu and Usmain Sao. Representing the Drama Club, Carly Smith and Ethan Stolt. Representing the FCCLA, Ariana Stubblefield, escorted by fellow member Stephanie Feely. Representing Key Club, Sandy Ray, escorted by Cadence Mitchell. Representing the marching band, Kaylee Gould and Devin Masterson. Representing the National Honor Society, Molly Spitzley, escorted by Isaac Swisshelm. Representing the orchestra, Camille Benford, escorted by fellow member Layla Barfield. Representing show cards, Haley Keller and August Wagner. Representing Skills USA, Mariah Carter and TJ Oborn. Representing the Spanish Club, Cassandra Jackson, escorted by Nico Suggs. Representing Student Senate, Jordan Selleck and Josiah White. Let's have a round of applause for our 2022 candidates and representatives. The runner-up for Homecoming King is Elorm Nevis, representing the senior class officers. The runner-up for Homecoming Queen is Tanaya Jenkins, representing the senior class. Let's all have a big round of applause for Elorm Nevis and Tanaya Jenkins. Tonight's homecoming king and queen will be given a sash, crown, and roses presented by our 2021 homecoming king, Wade Phillips, and queen, Hannah Lawwell. Congratulations to our 2022 CHS homecoming king, Josiah White, representing the Student Senate. Congratulations to our 2022 CHS homecoming queen, Alexis Colbert, representing the cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome King Josiah White and Queen Alexis Colbert. Ladies and gentlemen, this now concludes the halftime ceremony. The semi-formal dance, Once Upon a Time, will be held tomorrow night from 7:30 to 11 p.m. in the Colerain High School Gymnasium to conclude this year's festivities. Once again, congratulations to all candidates and representatives.
There's no better time than now to address the needs of our infrastructures. So we encourage you to go to the website nwlsd.org and click on Building Our Future to keep Colerain a fantastic community.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Here at Colerain High School, where the Middletown Middies lead the Colerain Cardinals 20-12. We get a couple halftime scores quickly from around the city. In the GMC, Fairfield leads Hamilton 17-7. Princeton over Oak Hills 35-0. Lakota East over Sycamore 7-0. And Mason and Lakota West. Lakota West leads Mason 10-7. And the GCL, St. X in Louisville, Kentucky tonight trails 17-0 at half. LaSalle in Indianapolis trails Cathedral 9-0. And down at Nippert Stadium, the Moeller Crusaders lead the Elder Panthers 42-7.
At half.
At half.
Wow.
Elsewhere, Western Brown leads Clinton Massey 28-20 in a big low division game. The other two big games tonight, Whitten Woods was trailing 10-0, scored 2 quickly before the half. They lead Kings 14-10 at half. The other game up in Dayton area, Springboro and Springfield, the Battle of the Springs. In that game, Borough came in leading the GWalk. They trail the field at half. Springfield 27, Springboro 0 at half. A little bit of look at our halftime stats.
So quick stats. Middletown Middies leading the Colerain Cardinals 20-12. They're led in rushing by Lamont Chambers, 10 carries, 109 yards, 73 out of them on his long touchdowns. The quarterback Davis has 62 yards on the ground, and in the air he is 10 for 17 for 44, 22 of them coming on that one of the last plays of the half that gets his touchdown there. Leading receiver for the Middletown Middies, Powell with 4 for 31s and that touchdown. For the Colerain Cardinals, Jennings 10 carries, 64 yards. Cheatham only 3 carries from your fullback, 3 for 32. Leading receivers, Satterwhite 1 with 6. Trying to see if we've got time of possession. It's got to be ridiculous, but we do not have that in the stats.
It's just all individual stats.
Yep.
Long pause. We're reset. 12 minutes put on the clock. Cardinals won the Middies won the opening toss, deferred. Cardinals returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, although it was a failed onside kick returned for a touchdown.
Wish we'd have had that on film, and thanks all everybody that's stuck with us, and thanks all the people from Waycross and our producer Mike that have just been scrambling here. We think we've got everything kind of set up now. So for the second half, Colerain down 8 points, but Middletown's going to start with the ball.
They deferred their choice to the second half, and they've chosen to receive here in the second half. Schuette's kick is up. It's a short pop-up. Taken about the 7, and a little spin, trying to find something. Nothing going for Malaco.
Yeah, you know what? You don't need to kick it deep. If you get good hang time, like what Schuette did on that one, gives your coverage team plenty of time to get down there, and great coverage field position started for the Middletown Middies. Looks like they're going to set the ball at the 24-yard line. These Colerain Cardinals really got to come up with a defensive stop. Cannot afford to go down 2 scores that early.
Especially the way this offense has operated so far this season. And at this point, you can't even say young season. We're past the halfway point. So Middies controlled the ball in that first half. Opening snap here, the second. Chambers takes it, and Nathan Fry
That ball's loose!
had him in the backfield, and they are going to rule him down.
Oh, we couldn't really see it from this side. Kind of covered up by the massive humanity offensive line. That's Fry that gets through the line, breaks down. That ball comes loose. We cannot tell when. We cannot tell where. Referee's got a better view than us.
You might tell from this angle.
Yeah, he was
Can't see it on your screen, but the replay does show he was down.
He does lose 2 yards.
It doesn't matter. They called him down on the field. Trips to the left. Pistol formation. Now shotgun formation. Snap looks backside over the top. Too high. Incomplete.
Intended for Chandler Shields is incomplete.
Intended for Chandler Shields.
I tell you, he's been effective, the quarterback, with his just short passing. But he has one of the most interesting deliveries. It's just kind of shot puts from the sidearm. He's a big guy. He just kind of shot puts it out there, but he's got heat on it.
All right, Cardinals fans, let's hear from
3rd down and 12.
They've been real successful on these 3rd down. The quarterback scrambles. Colerain's really got to watch him running.
Cardinals bringing a pass defense package. Davis back to throw. Looks underneath. Crosser. And a hand on it, and it's cleaned up by Williams.
Yeah, they ran clear out routes on outside, tried to bring the wide receiver underneath. He hit him in stride, but just enough to just bobble the ball, which allowed the defender to close down a big 3-and-out for the Colerain Cardinals on this first possession.
So it'll be Talon Malakote, I believe for the first time tonight, set to punt.
Yes.
Jeremy Cheatham back deep.
Special teams has been interesting for both teams.
Middy's got to rush a 11th player on here last second. We'll see if they get it off. They just do. Snap is back. Kick is nearly blocked by Myrick. Cheatham calls fair catch inside Middy territory, but there is a flag on the field.
We spotted at the Middletown 48.
Kind of on the outside there. It's in the area of a holding on the return.
Could be holding on the return team or a sideline warning on the middies. That's the only really 2 possibilities. Yep, sideline warning middies. That's going to happen if the referee is running up the sidelines and he runs into somebody. That's where you get the sideline warning.
And the Colerain community.
Well,
Valley Metalworks has been a steady supporter of the Colerain Boosters.
And again, sideline warning. So
did they just mark it off to the? They just gave him 5 yards.
All right, maybe it wasn't a warning. Maybe they gave him 5 yards. Either way,
it's
first
really
down.
been odd communication from these referees.
Yeah, I don't think they should have got 5 yards, but I could be wrong.
I didn't even see this. Did you see the signal?
The signal was for sideline warning. Yeah, paying attention. Cardinals come out, shotgun, trips to the left, tight end to the right. Jennings takes it, hands it off the roads. I'll get about maybe a yard on the play.
That was a big hit up the middle. Middletown Middies read that play right away. A great read by the middle linebacker. That was Christian Printup. They do give him 1 on the play.
So Cardinals 2nd and 9 now. Plenty of time working out of the shotgun. Jennings takes it, looks, they're going to go short side again, cuts it inside. He's going to pick up about 3 yards and make it 36, 7.
It's amazing with this offense. Your running back only has 3 touches.
I was really surprised there from Jennings that he doesn't pitch the ball.
Well, out the defensive back forces him inside, forces him to make a decision.
Third down and long for the Cardinals. Step back. Quick throw out of the backfield. Rhodes breaks one tackle but can't keep it going. He's going to be short of the first down.
Again, interesting territory for the Colerain Cardinals. They're going to need about 6 yards on this play. They're contemplating keeping that offense out there.
Looks like they're going to go.
Yeah, it was 2 back-to-back plays by Middletown's Trenta. Now Jennings also here could possibly pooch kick it. There's no one deep.
Takes it, keeps it on the middle, and he's going to be short.
Again, a zone read. He keeps it himself.
So about the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, he had to rush that play. He had come off the field, and I think he wears a glove, and he was kind of still putting on his glove while they were calling the plays.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Turnover and downs by the Cardinals. 3 and out for the Middies, 3 and out for the Cardinals.
Middletown's leading by 8.
8:51 on the clock. Here in the third quarter. Malacote in motion, little counter back the other way. No room to go much there for Chambers, but he's going to
He is strong.
chug his feet along and pick up about 5 yards.
He is strong, but it comes to the point where the referees, you take that scrum a little bit too long. He's churning, but as we see here, multiple Colerain Cardinals all over, but they've got to call that a little bit quicker. You're going to get somebody hurt. Team 4, almost 5 on that play.
So Davis, hand off again. Chambers trying to patiently work, stays on his feet, falls forward. Again, the ball pops out, but they're going to, after the whistle.
I tell you what, and Chambers is giving up slow.
Officials timeout.
That's a big weapon, the big 73-yard run earlier. Takes away one of your weapons.
Chambers down.
So, Brandon, we got a little break in the action, and the scores kind of really surprised me looking at a Lakota West Mason a lot closer than I thought. Just a 1-touchdown lead by the
Well,
Lakota
it's a
West.
2-touchdown lead now. It's now 17-7 Dakota West. The one that's surprising, Moeller over Elder, 42-7. Elder fumbled on 3 consecutive offensive plays. Fumbled and lost on 3 consecutive. One of the last one returned for a touchdown. Jordan Marshall had 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Just a sophomore. Marshall,
is he a junior? I think he's a junior.
Is he a junior? Yeah, I know he's an underclassman because when they did some national voting on who could possibly be the best running back in the country, they gave it to a senior, but a lot of people were saying that he could possibly be the best running back in the country.
Chambers up under his own strength, but obviously in some pain as he walks off the field. So resetting, 7:58 on the clock, third quarter. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Middies at the Cardinal 42, at their own, 42-yard line. When we get to the 46.
We've seen a lot of these quick outs right here, the controlled passing by the Middletown Middies. Kellen Davis been successful on 3rd down a lot. Continuing these drives.
Again, the Cardinals with 2 sophomores starting on the outside with the injured to Dillingham. Bunch formation to either side. And that is a 5-yard penalty on the Middies.
Yeah, they tried to draw Colerain off sides. They've been going off that sound off the clap. A little hesitation off that, but that's Malacote. We've called his name a couple times, good and bad, but that's going to take 5 yards off. So 3rd and 4 is going to now be a 3rd and 9.
Cardinals
That down and distance sends some substitutions. Their defensive dime package, which includes Zay Jennings, your starting quarterback, also in its safety. A little confusion for the Cardinals defensively. Davis looks, throws deep over the top, and he had his man, but too tall. It's intended for James Franklin.
For James Franklin is incomplete.
Yeah, Davis is asking for a little pass interference, a little bit of incidental contact. Kind of disrupted the rhythm a little bit, but that ball was overthrown. He wasn't going to catch it anyway.
Well, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as uncatchable in high school
I didn't
football.
say there was.
You just said that it was
I said
overthrown.
even if they could call it or not call it, he's not going to get it. So Cheatham's going to set up at about his own 30-yard line. Colerain almost got to this point last time.
Blocked several kicks on the year and just gets it away. Cheatham, and that's an odd place for it. He just didn't get a good angle. It's going to take a decent hop for the Cardinals. Not much of a net, less than 30 on the net, and the Cardinals will take over at their own 39. First down.
Yeah, that kick was a knuckleball away from him, and he did the right thing. If you cannot get it clean, just get away from it. And it was a good decision. That ball bounced about 3 yards back, Middletown's direction from where it hit.
Colerain Boosters Gold sponsors.
Colerain down 8, 7-13 in this third quarter. Offense really needs to get back into this game.
First and 10, Colerain.
Haven't seen anything all day except for this shotgun formation.
Jennings takes it, works outside, pitch to Justin Rhodes, got some space down the sidelines, first down across midfield.
I'll tell you what, a good decision by Cheatham, and he's talking to himself, coach is talking to him. He had an angle for a crackback block and backed off. That was smart football right there.
With the changes in the rules about those crackback blocks, you've almost seen it's almost more, and not maybe in this situation, it's almost more effective to just get in the way than actually get the big hit.
Yeah, don't make the hit, just stand in front of him. So into midi territory, Colerain Cardinals.
Jennings the clap. Second clap, takes it, looks to throw right away. Cheatham gets it. That's a short game, about 6, maybe 7 on first down.
Yeah, almost a play out of Middletown's playbook. Quick little hook pattern to the outside, sits down in front of the defensive back, throws a little bit high, does a great job bringing it down in bounds.
Trips to the boundary.
Seems like Colerain's picking up the pace a little bit.
Snap is up. Keeps it. Jennings trying to chase it. Gets away initially, but not from the second tackle.
Well, that was the initial guy that he got. I tell you what, and after the play, away from the ball, I believe they might have caught Middletown with a little bit of extra jawing, but he breaks away from number 10 and a great job sticking with him.
There's no flag on the field, but the referee's...
Right here. He's already picked it up. It was on the defense back on the side. Javon Davis made the great play.
On the defense.
Yep, that's going to be the call. So 15 yards to the Cardinals will result in a first down.
First down.
Yeah, it was just a wide receiver and a defensive back, not even part of the play. Just kind of get tied up, and Middletown just didn't walk away.
Tight formation. Handoff Cheatham, cuts it inside on the jet sweep. Not much space to operate on that short field, but does cut up and get about 2, maybe 3 in the play.
Looks like with the offensive struggles Colerain's had this year, they've decided they're no longer a wishbone option team. They're going to run everything out of the spread now.
Well, we've seen it this year. They've struggled so much with the interior of the offensive line. You're almost forced to give your quarterback some space to operate.
But it's kind of interesting with the success that they've had against Middletown, traditionally up the middle with the fullback.
Yep. Snap back. Jennings takes it, looks to throw. Forced to pull it down. Throws it away. Let's just hope they think that tight end is a receiver.
Yeah, he was in the area. Maybe.
That was intentional.
Sort of, kind
that
of.
was intentional grounding. The referee's still discussing. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, he got did not get ball, did not get back to the line of scrimmage, and they're saying there wasn't a receiver in the area. So intentional grounding, which will be a penalty and I believe a loss of downs.
And a loss of downs. So what was 3rd and 9 is now 3rd and 20. This is something the offense of Colerain has struggled with all year. No matter how positive you've done, that one big play just sets everything off of the tracks. Oh, I'm sorry. It was out to the 45, so it'll be 3rd and 25.
3rd down and 26.
And he takes it, shotgun look, and throws it deep. A little miscommunication on what to run there. Receiver stopped at about 10 yards, and that was
again a high, slow snap. Throws complete timing off that play.
It wasn't even about time. Cheatham just stopped running.
Well, yeah.
Did the punt for the Cardinals.
But I think that was as much of a Jennings just throwing it away out of frustration right there.
For Middletown, number 6.
So 5:29 left, and it's still in the 3rd quarter.
As quick as that first half went, this beginning of this 3rd quarter is a long time. Punts up and away. Will be fair cut. Nope, it's muffed. Still loose, and it
Colerain's ball.
is.
Oh, he almost got it. Almost got it. They dove on it at the same time. Both got their arms around it, both teams, but it's going to be the Middletown middies that come up with the ball.
So middies will take over at their own 9-yard line.
Yeah, it was James Franklin. He called for the fair catch, but he stayed with the ball after he muffed it. And
right at the
50-50 ball right there when they both dive for it. But Franklin just kind of a little bit more hand strength takes it away.
Looks like he got 2, and Williams has only had 1 hand at the time.
Ball spotted at the Middletown 9. If you're going to make a defensive stop, let's make it now, Colerain.
Trips to the right for Davis. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, trying to find some space, and he does. Cuts back, still on his feet, and it's a foot race out near past the 40. 1st down, Middletown.
And we got the back up running back in there, and just a quick little handoff up there. Nothing fancy. Eric Schroeder, the junior, breaks free, and if not for the safety, he's going 91 yards. A great hustle by your sophomore defensive end or outside linebacker right there.
So Middletown quickly flips the field on one play. Davis keeps it, and for the first time, not surprised are the Cardinals. They'll get him for a sure he lost.
Back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure about how much of a read there. There wasn't really an outside linebacker for him to take a read off. He might have decided pre-snap that he was keeping it himself. Looked like the running back had a little space to the outside, but 2nd down and 9.
Trips to the left this time in Middletown. Davis looks. Backside again, one-on-one, throws it up, and still up. We're going to call that off the floor. So they go right after sophomore again, and this time Jaden Staley with a perfect defense.
Yeah, and you don't only have a senior against an underclassman right there, but you've got 6'2" against 5'10", and he threw it right where he needed to throw it. Made it a jump ball, but the contact went up. I don't know if that ball ever hit the ground, Brandon.
Might not, but they blew the whistle, so unfortunately it doesn't matter. So twin receivers on either side for the middies. 3rd down and 10.
Pressure coming from behind on Davis. He's got to step up, finding some space downfield, across midfield, still going, and he's near the Cardinal 30.
He had the secondary, had their back turned to the scrambling quarterback, and really had the pressure, no contain, and really once he got past where the blitzing linebackers were, really no one saw him coming. They were chasing the wide receivers, a big gain.
And even with that long run, with all these scrambles, I think Davis might be the Middy's leading rusher.
Well, he had that 90 yards at 73 on one carry.
Handoff. Schroeder's caught from behind. Nathan Fry brings him down by the jersey.
Eric Schroeder is the ball carrier. He's taken down for a 5-yard loss.
Colerain defense has done well on the first couple downs.
Second
Just
and 15.
Davis has just made that third down conversions, it seems.
Middletown gets the play from the sidelines. It's Purple, Ohio. I don't know what that means. It's just they have two sides up. I'm not sure what that play called means, but the middies understand that code. Twins to either side. Fake the guy in motion. Davis steps up, still on his feet, trying to get away. Nathan Fry with another big play.
Helen Davis is sacked by a group of
Good kind of a coverage sack right there. He tried to step up, but that pocket collapsed around him. Nowhere to throw it, moved up. And Fry chasing him down behind. He's not letting him go until his buddies join along the Cardinal party.
Might have had a chance, Nathan Fry, the initial pressure, but there was no one open after that little initial scramble, and then the defense collapsed.
So we regard another big third down for the Middletown Middies. But this one's pretty tough to get, but they've got a couple long ones. It's 3rd and 21.
Timeout, Middletown.
Play clock was running down right there.
That's their first timeout.
2:13 to play in the third quarter. Middletown leads 20-12. They take their first timeout here on 3rd and 21.
It is owned by alumnus and wrestling coach Hunter.
So thanks again to our friends here at Waycross, scrambling to get things going. We finally got things going here at halftime. Thanks to all the volunteers running the cameras, all the volunteers up in the booth. We couldn't bring and showcase our student athletes here without your help. So thank you, Waycross Community TV.
Who's a proud Colerain grad from State Farm. National Flag Company, Willow Event Center, and Pure Lawn Organic.
So what do you, if you're Middletown, what do you call here on 3rd and 21?
Well, I say you're still looking for that one-on-one matchup. Attack the young corners with your taller wide receivers.
You gotta think you'll have safety help on one, well, at least one side.
Yeah. So you might roll something underneath, maybe some type of bubble screen. The middle of the field has kind of been open where the linebackers are, but I don't think they get the first down with that. But that they could go for a 4th down if they pick up at least half of this.
Davis looks, going to throw right away over the top. Tried to hit DeMarco Powell. Passes a little behind. It's 4th down.
Yeah, they saw what I saw, that little seam between the linebackers and the safety.
Probably doesn't get the first down if he does make the catch, but
if he catches that, it'd be 4th down in less than 10.
Yeah, but it makes the decision on 4th down a little bit different. This one's almost certainly going to be a punt. Although it's not a bad spot for a fake, especially if Colerain only has 10 guys. Snap is back. Cardinals nearly get this one. Cheatham, he did not fair catch it, and the middies are on top of the muffed fumble.
Again, and to pile on afterwards, I believe they're going to not only get the turnover, but if one of the Colerain Cardinals got a little hit after the play, they might get a personal foul tacked onto this.
They didn't throw the flag with a little extra push. They did throw it when they started jawing back and forth, so it'll be interesting at the call if it is offsetting
because they both said something, or did one just say something that triggered a personal foul?
Or sometimes the referee kind of misses on the grab for the initial grab for the flag.
It would be.
They could throw. They're exchanging phone numbers. They might be talking about it later.
Well, they got to write down if it's a personal foul. They have to write down because you can't give them.
Okay, I just made that up.
I know. Dead ball, personal, unsportsmanlike conduct on the middies. On dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Cardinals. Penalties offset. Middies take over at the 21-yard line. Now, I will say, you can tell this is an inexperienced crew, because as dumb as it looks, they are supposed to walk off each penalty.
I know, yeah. I never understood that, but I agree with you wholeheartedly right there.
It is a crisis, and you have, not a crisis, but it is a problem right now at every single level of sports, the referees. So, take the time to mention, hey, if you have the time and the want to.
So, but Middletown does take over at the Colerain 22.
Volunteer to be a ref. You get paid, so it's not volunteer. Handoff up the middle, trying to find some space. Schroeder ran out of bounds by Nevis.
And does a good job. He rides him by his jersey to the sidelines and does a great job of not continuing and throwing him to the ground, almost holding him up right there.
Second down and 11.
Nevis had an exciting halftime. He was named Homecoming King runner-up at halftime.
So they do lose 1 yard on the play.
Second and 11. Alico in motion. Davis keeps it, breaks the initial tackle, stays on his feet, powers through. It's about 5 on the carry.
Yeah, that's what a large quarterback at the high school level, listed, 235. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage, but runs through the arm tackle.
Nathan Fry in the backfield like he has been basically all game.
The student section and
third down and about 6 for the middies. It's an interesting spot here because you're close enough for a field goal that would make it a 2-possession game.
But your field goal kicker, although he's successful today, today was the first time he made a field goal this season.
And
blood rule.
Yeah. Danielson has blood on his elbow, so he had to come out.
Tate Love is going to come in.
All right, big third down.
Third down. Davis rolls, looking for the flat, not there, still going at his feet.
He's good.
And he'll lose about 2. Nathan Fry with another sack.
It'll be 4th down and 8.
Cardinals went cover 0, man-to-man across the board. They ran that little flood pattern and the roll to the right, and there was nothing there.
He has moved it to the right hash.
Here comes
and here comes your field goal kicker. It was 0 for 1 going into this game. Is 2 for 3.
Led by Zach Johnson.
He missed one earlier?
No, they hit.
No, that was us that missed it. Okay.
It's already 2 for 2 on the night. Snap is back, kick is up, and that looks left. And it is left. So Cardinals
no good, wide left.
off the wide left to take over at their own 20-yard line. High school rules, any field goal attempt into the end zone becomes a touchback.
So a little bailout of the Cheatham right there. So he muffed that punt at the 21. So a little bit of time goes up the clock, and he's now going to get it to 20.
If you look at it positively, he muffed it forward 1 yard, so he would have got the ball at the 20 anyways.
Either way, Middletown doesn't score.
But they do run some clock.
It's down, yeah. It is got probably one more play in this third quarter.
Although at the end of the first quarter, we had 3 times. Jennings from the shotgun takes it, runs right, pitches it out the roads, trying to find some space. He'll get still on his feet. Not out of bounds across the 25 for about 6 yards.
Yeah, they use the sidelines right there as the extra defender, turn him up. But Rhodes hand touched the ball a lot for him. So he's almost got some fresh legs. Makes contact, but runs through that contact, carries a couple of the middies.
And that will be the final play of the third quarter. Through 3 quarters of play here at Colerain High School, it's the Middletown Middies 20, the Colerain Cardinals 12.
NovaCare Rehabilitation, the leader in physical therapy and athletic training, is the exclusive.
Brandon, any score updates? Anything going on we see as we go to the end of this quarter?
Colerain High School and over 27 area high schools, middle schools, colleges, and professional teams. From football players to soccer moms.
There's some big matchups around, but what's crazy here with Twitter and as quickly as you can get scores, when it gets late into the game, some of these schools kind of freeze up. You get up into the game and kind of don't update it as much.
With 3 minutes to play, the Elder did stop the running clock against Moeller. They still trail though 42-14. Kings went up 17-14, but the Warriors answer. Winton Woods 21, Kings 17 late in the third quarter.
41-12. Fairfield leads Hamilton 20-7.
Fairfield and Hamilton 20-7.
Mason 7.
And Lakota West pulling away from Mason 37-7. So here we are back to live action here at Colerain High School. 1 more quarter left to play. Your Colerain Cardinals down by 8. Second down and 3.
Yes, they actually gave him 7 at the end of that for Rhodes. High snap again. Jennings off the fake, keeps it, and he'll be right at the line to gain.
Cardinals move ahead for 2 yards.
About a half yard short.
Looking down, 3rd down and 1.
Again, completely surprising me. Colerain Cardinal has done everything out of the shotgun tonight. Except the one goal, the first
quarterback
goal on the
sneak for a touchdown. Jennings takes it right away, and Middletown read it. They tried to quick snap quarterback right away, and Jennings smothered immediately.
Yeah, 3rd down and 1. They jumped the snap in the shotgun formation. They were unblocked, and he didn't even have a chance to take a yard step forward.
And back to return for Middletown.
So Middletown's going to get good field position after that sack here.
Green will try to use that big foot to foot the field. He did that a couple times last week at Oak Hills. Snap is back. Kick is a big one. And that is going to bounce over the head, take a Cardinal hop, out of bounds about the 24, 25-yard line.
Wow, you asked for a big kick. You got it right there. No return.
Middletown 19-yard line. Big hand for
He flipped it basically. Kicked it from the 26-yard line, goes out of bounds at the other 24. So that's what, 25, 50, 52-yard punt?
Without a return.
Without a return.
Still a great punt.
So again, the defense out almost the entire third quarter, or first quarter. They've been out there a lot. Middletown just methodically just kind of eating up clock. They really need to make a stop or.
Still no Chambers. So it looks like we're going to just see the junior Schroeder the rest of the way running for the middies. Davis hands it off to Schroeder, trying to find some space on the edge, off tackle. It's about 2.
Yeah, not as big as your starting running back. He's run. They've made that initial contact at the line of scrimmage earlier on that, and he'd run through that. He doesn't run through this one, but does pick up 3. Fry does a good job
Nathan
shedding
Fry,
his man. He's
been everywhere tonight for the Cardinal defense. Cardinals jump, but not on the interior, so they can get back. New play for the middies. They'll call an audible, move Schroeder over. Davis takes it. He's met immediately in the backfield, breaks another tackle. Still on his feet, breaks another tackle. But is this holding or face mask?
The 35-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
If it's face mask, it didn't really seem to be that. It's going to be a holding. Colerain's kind of bailed out right there. The quarterback gets a bad snap, but Colerain reads that snap and gets there and kind of disrupts a broken play. but the 6'4", 235-pound quarterback breaking. But it doesn't matter.
Still second down.
Big thing is it's a spot foul right here as we watch the replay. He breaks 1, 2 with the stiff arm.
So second down and 14 now for the Middies after the penalty. Davis takes the snap, quick throw, over the seam, ball still in the air. And Corey Myrick hit it, and it's incomplete.
It's one of those, I'm anticipating just the crunching hit by the defensive back, but that ball pops out, and he looks for the ball. And that ball popped up in the air. Looked like somebody else maybe could have got it, but I tell you.
Yeah, but that's another play where
Myrick makes contact with the ball. It's a great read.
But it's another time he put his head down to make a tackle, or to make the big hit, when he could have had his head up and maybe didn't play the ball. So third down and 14. Davis has had success scrambling out of this down the distance. He's under pressure, quick throw over the top, and out of bounds.
Yeah, just a 50-50 ball. Great job by the defensive back. That was Jaden Staley.
It'll be fourth down and 14.
And what that does, it also stops the clock.
Give big hand to the
Colerain is really coming close with these block kicks.
The snap is slow, but it's almost,
he gets it. He's a good athlete. You got a wide receiver back there.
It's your leading receiver, is also your punter.
Yeah, he gets rid of the ball very quick. He doesn't kick the ball very far, but he does get rid of it quick.
Snap is back. Nearly blocked. Cheatham, fair catch. And catches it, plus 15 yards.
Cheatham with a fair catch at the 46-yard line, but there is a penalty on the play.
That's kind of a tough play.
Yeah,
that ball's coming over your head as a defender, and the return man is coming up to receive it, and you kind of want to give him a halo, or kind of an area to catch it, but he doesn't. But that's just
Gavin Thigpen. You got to give him a little bit. Like, he tried to stop, but he just it wasn't a malicious.
But Cheatham steps forward to catch it, and so it kind of takes that little space away. That's a tough play, but. That is a big penalty because that ball would have been spotted about the 45 with is that considered a personal foul?
It's 15-yard penalty. Cardinals get it at the Middletown Midi, 31. It's the best field position of the night for the Cardinals. They really haven't moved the ball this far except for that touchdown drive. Cardinals look to the sideline for a play. Take it, hand it off Rhodes, finds space, bounce off, still on his feet, down the sidelines, and he's out of bounds across the 20, near the 15.
That's maybe his 5th carry on the game completely. This time they go weak side, away from all the wide receivers. A good seal block on the outside by your big tight end. Brandon, pronounce that name for me.
Gogorov?
That's all me.
First down, Colerain to the 15.
Colerain is down 8 points, so touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this.
And he takes it, hands it off Rhodes. He slipped a little bit trying to
odd angle, but when you're young, that doesn't hurt as much as when you're my age. He does give up almost 3 on that
for the Cardinals. At the 13-yard line.
Jennings takes the snap, flares it out to his fullback, runs over the initial defender, and is to be close to a first down.
The defensive back just looked like he just wanted to wrap him up, and your running back says, no, we're having contact, young man.
It'll be third down and 2.
So it's a third down and 2. They can get a first down at the 5-yard line.
Move relatively quickly to the line.
Middletown's been really good on these short yardage situations, bringing all the linebackers. Again,
And off road.
they anticipate the snap, go in untouched.
A loss of 4 yards on the play. 4th down, and you got to wonder, do you take the points here? I know you've struggled with the field goal, but that makes it a one-score game.
Yes, if you had a special teams that you could trust. They've already missed 2 extra points tonight.
The offense will stay on the field on 4th and 6 for the Cardinals. Need the 5-yard line for a first down. Jennings takes the snap, rolls right. Looks to throw, cuts it back. There's no one on the other side of the field.
First down.
First down, Cardinals.
That's old Zay Jennings right there. He rolled down to his right looking, and good coverage by the Middletown field. But everybody went to that right side. Nobody stayed home left. As we watched the replay, he reverses fields, come back, and just puts on the Jets. And what he saw, when he needed to turn it up, he planted that foot.
So 1st and goal for the Cardinals at the 2-yard line.
All means nothing if they can't put this in.
Go to their jumbo package. The defensive line substituted in, and under center is Jennings. Takes it, hands it off Rhodes, and he's in untouched.
Yeah, middle. I'd almost go right back to that. And tell you what, we've had a little more action after the play. Middletown Midi and the Colerain Cardinal kind of got tied up at the bottom of that pile. The Middletown player got up late. They were Middletown really looking for the quarterback sneak right there. Played that A and B gap. They go outside, but this might make the 2-point conversion shorter if this is a half the distance to the goal at this point.
Cardinals are going for 2 no matter what.
Now, there's no way that they would enforce this on a kick.
No.
If it's after
if
the
they're
touchdown.
going for 2, I don't think it's automatically half the distance.
Kickoff.
They could if they were kicking, but since they're going for 2, I'm pretty sure they can take it.
There you
Touchdown
after
is
the
good.
touchdown.
After the
Dead
play,
ball, personal foul
on the defense.
on the middies.
That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
No, half the distance.
Half the distance to the goal.
I'm arguing with.
On the try.
I'm arguing with the PA guy.
Yeah, no one else can hear the PA guy.
I know.
So 2-point conversion from the 1.5-yard line. Jennings in that jumbo package. Takes it, hands it off Rhodes. Dropped it, loose ball. It doesn't matter. Jennings makes the tackle, but it doesn't matter. In high school, the defense cannot return that, so it is a failed conversion.
6
minutes, 12 seconds to play. The Cardinals trail the Middies 20-18.
Again, they looked like they were going back to that same play, but Middletown has shifted. And these linebackers.
Rhodes also slipped
coming out of his stance there.
Don't know if it made a difference because the Middies jumped it. But.
So 6:12 left to play in this game. This Colerain defense is going to need another stop.
Now, as much as they've struggled, though, the Cardinals are in a position, even though they failed on the 2-point conversion, they are in a position that a field goal does win the ballgame if the defense holds.
But they've missed 2 extra points on the night.
So Colerain will kick off to the Middies.
The question was posed: do you try to surprise him with an onside kick here?
No.
I'm like, no. There's way too much time left.
Who asked that question? No one. You don't have
one of my great friends.
No. You just made this up. There is no one.
You want to see the text?
No one. You're just making stuff up. Should kicks it away, kicks it in the corner. There's no one there for the Middies. Struggling to get to it. He's going to have to corral it, pick it up, and the Middies are down inside their own 10-yard line.
Is that 19 on the coverage right
Staley.
there?
Great coverage by the Cardinals special teams.
Yeah,
Incredible kick
they
by
only had
Will
one
Shitty.
player back, and he kind of kicks it to the hash in a little
Ball's all the
knuckleball.
way
And you
down
almost
at the
better
Middletown
not to try to catch that.
9-yard
He
line.
does get two hands on it, but he skips through
I
it.
don't know if it makes out of bounds if he doesn't touch it, though.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Now, he did do the smart thing. He never had possession. He did try to pick it up with his foot out of bounds, but at that point, which would be a penalty because he never had possession, it's a kick out of bounds, essentially. But he never was going to get there, so he had to pick it up, and the Cardinals have the middies trapped. Got Schroeder nowhere to go, but he breaks one tackle. He will get close to the original line of scrimmage.
Colerain does a great job straightening that out. No one really could get him in the backfield. As we watch a replay.
That was not a.
Yeah, you're right. That might not have gone out of bounds. But if he doesn't.
But if he's smart enough, and I shouldn't say smart enough, if he's well coached enough, he should know that if he puts himself out of bounds and picks it up, it's a penalty on the Colerain Cardinals. It's a kick. The ball is out of bounds, even because the middies never had possession.
So he loses a yard, second down 11.
Hand off again, Schroeder trying to find some space, and he does close to the sticks, but just short of a first down.
Schroeder is the ball carrier. Moves ahead for a few yards. A nice hit applied by Eller Nevis.
So going to be about a yard and a half short.
All right, folks, put down.
This would be.
This is
Middletown comes out for the first time in a heavy package, trying to run with the big quarterback, and he's just going to push the pile for a first down.
You know, you don't even need. It's kind of nice today when you bring defensive backs and linebackers as fullbacks. But when your quarterback's one of the largest guys on the field.
First down and 10 from the 22-yard line.
Colerain does have 3 timeouts left. But we've seen Middletown eat up a lot of clock in that first quarter. Colerain really wants to prevent that right now.
The only plus for the Cardinals is Chambers has been out here in the second half after that injury went down. Counter. Schroeder eluded the initial tackler, but Carpenter holds it up, and the rest of the Cardinals clean up.
I'm not sure who somebody blitzed from that left side, forced that pocket just to completely collapse. And Middletown can't get. They can't get too conservative right now. They can still throw the ball. Colerain can't let themselves to be complacent on defense and strictly look for the run. The short passing game has been really effective for the Middletown middies.
Davis takes it quickly, hands off to Schroeder, finds some space and a sleeve.
That ball's coming back.
Coming back more than likely.
Schroeder on the carry. He scampers ahead to about the 40-yard line, but there is a penalty on the play.
In the area of holding.
That was interesting. I don't know if that player, Middletown offensive lineman, was yelling at a Colerain Cardinal or yelling at himself. But he had to be calmed down by the rest of his teammates there.
Well, they were behind the play, and there was. I can't tell what the referees are doing right now.
What's it not going to be? Face mask on Colerain. So the Cardinals had the middies trapped inside their own 10-yard line, and now they're nearly into midfield.
Just a 5-yard face mask on that.
15-yard penalty.
Called right away by the referees.
Not a holding penalty.
Ball out to the 45-yard line. 4 minutes left to play.
Middletown taking their time, let the clock roll. Handoff, Schroeder trying to find some space. He'll fall forward for about 3.
Colerain Cardinals got to get them up quicker.
Schroeder, the ball carrier.
This is where if you're the Cardinals, you got to start thinking about using those timeouts because, especially in the high school level, time is way more valuable
than those timeouts.
You know, with Middletown running the play clock as much as they can.
Middletown, you've accomplished half of your goal here because you already have flipped it to the field. Oh, we got a flag. False start on the middies.
Dead ball.
It'll be a little more difficult with the middies. But if you're the middies, you've almost accomplished your goal here. You've moved it enough where you could put the Cardinals on their side of the field rather than punting from your own end zone. Now, that penalty also stops the clock. So the Cardinals are not only going to get 5 yards on defense, but they're also going to get a little bit extra time without using a timeout. Davis takes it, hands it off, and he's going to lose about 3 yards. Timeout, Cardinals.
He stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Timeout.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14. Colerain uses their first timeout, 2 remaining.
Now, you talked about earlier the middies don't want to get too conservative. But in this case, do you risk an incompletion here? Or do you just run it and say
yes.
Cardinals haven't been able to move the ball?
If I'm Middletown middies, you've got the size advantage. He hasn't been real accurate on the long ball, but that seam route between the hashes in the middle, your linebackers are going to be coming most likely looking for the run. Or at Middletown, do you just trust your defense? Colerain hasn't been able to move the ball in big chunks and just make them burn a timeout and just run the ball. And we've seen a kind of maybe an RPO. You roll that quarterback out.
I mean, one of the most effective plays has been the quarterback. I don't know if it's a true zone read, but
and I wouldn't call it a scramble because he doesn't really move fast enough for a scramble, but he's fast enough.
But those zone read plays, except for 1 or 2 of them, he's gone. It just opens up and there's no one there for 10 yards. So,
if you don't expect him to run, is when he has made that big play.
All right, Cardinal fans and student section, it's 3rd down and 14. Let's get behind our defense.
3rd and 14 for the middies. Closed formation, 2 receivers to either side in the gun. And they will throw. And complete for a 1st down and still going on his feet. Through the tackles, down inside the 20.
Yep.
1st down middies, Chandler Shields.
Yep, there's that seam route I was warning you about. They just a little post pattern behind linebackers, in behind the safeties, and just a perfect strike thrown.
Down to the 11. Clock will roll.
And Colerain has really just got to sell out right here. You know Middletown does not have to score. You know they're running the ball.
If you're Middletown, though, a nice play action will be there.
A fade to the corner. But that stops the clock.
Schroeder had to make a man miss in the backfield, stretches out across the 5, close to the line of the game.
Colerain's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Colerain.
Yeah, the running back does a great job. They've been running up the middle, and Colerain, there was nowhere to run. He bounces it outside, gets a little bit more than he thought he could get.
Timeout Cardinals, 2:12 left on the clock.
Spectators are not permitted on the field at any time.
That ball is spotted, what, at the 1?
Thank you in advance for your cooperation.
Just outside the 2, the ball is spotted. 2:12 left to play. Colerain Middletown looking to extend this 2-point lead. And one of the strangest games I've seen. The difference in score right now is the missed 2 extra points. But none of that matters if Middletown punches it in here.
They have 3 downs to get a yard.
2 yards.
Second down.
It's like a yard and a half. Out of the gun, takes it, and he's going to lose about 3. Timeout Cardinals.
That'll be their last timeout, so really,
That's their third.
Middletown could just take a couple knees right here. I don't think they run the clock out completely.
Yeah, it's an interesting debate, right? Because they can bleed more clock, and this is a total exception to Colerain Cardinals this year. One of their most effective plays all year has been blocked kicks. Do you not even risk that? Say, you know what, I'm more...
Middletown, if they get the 4th down, they're not going to have a field goal attempt.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost safer to say, make their offense drive.
Let them score?
No. It's almost safer for the Middletown to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, absolutely.
To say, it's more of a threat that you blocked a kick than your offense to drive 90 plus yards.
Don't even put the kicker out there. No. You run all offensive plays and take a couple knees, and you just run the clock. You give the ball to Colerain. If you don't do anything, you're going to, in less than a minute, to go 95 yards.
The field goal does make the Cardinals have to score a touchdown. But, again, you're making the Cardinal offense that struggled almost all night and almost all season go 90-plus yards. So it's 3rd down and 5 for the Middies. Timeout, Middletown. So, in your Middies, if you're smart, you do some sort of a run play here. That's their second timeout, by the way, so they'll have 1 remaining. You'd run the ball, try to get the 1st down, try to get the touchdown. 4th down, you have whatever options you want to do. You throw the ball, run the ball, because it doesn't matter once you snap the ball, the clock's going to stop as soon as that play is over.
I tell you, if you're Middletown too, what would be kind of effective is like a counter jet sweep right here. You're running everybody right, and then you bring that one of your slot receivers back against the flow. And what that does, even if it's blown up, it eats a little bit more clock. But if you can get Colerain over-committing to the dive.
So timeout's over, 2:06 to play, 3rd down and 4.5 for the Middies. They need the 1-yard line for a 1st down, which would effectively ice the game. 5 for a touchdown, which would effectively ice the game. So big 3rd down for the Middies. Davis takes it, hands it off Schroeder, bounces off the pile, can't stay on his feet, and he's down for no gain.
You know what? That's almost a good thing. He kind of got excited and saw the end zone, but what that will do is keep the clock running.
Here's the other thing. A missed field goal automatically gives the Cardinals an extra 15 yards.
Colerain's plug it up, and he tries to bounce outside. There are more Cardinals there. But they're going to be able to run this about a minute and 13 seconds left.
They're going to run the clock down all the way and then call timeout. So timeout, Middletown, 1:20 on the clock.
Middletown, that is their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
So neither team with left a timeout.
And here's the thing. If you had that little cheat sheet that tells you what you're supposed to do in certain down and distance, it would tell you, Middletown, to go for it. But that cheat sheet doesn't account the way this offense for Colerain has performed and the dominance, really, of the special teams.
I throw a fade to the corner.
The playbook's open. You don't have to worry about the clock stopping the clock. It's going to stop no matter what after this play.
Down, yeah.
If you get the 1st down, it stops. The change reset, and you can just take the knee this game out.
If you get that one-on-one, you got that wide open.
The playbook is at your disposal. Now, that flips it because that makes it that much more difficult on the Cardinal defense because up until now, you just had your head pinned back and you're going to go straight for the run. Now, you got to defend both.
Well, you're probably going to play man up on the wide receivers and just commit everybody else to the run.
I say it's probably the way it's been most of the year on big plays in the cut run. You go cover 0 and bring everyone else.
No wide receivers on the field. They've gone with their jumbo package.
All right, fans, fourth down, big down here.
Watch out for that pass over the top, though, for this. Davis takes it, hands it off, and he's going to be close to a first down.
But there was a flag on the play that this might
There's a flag on the play.
is an illegal formation because it happened right away.
Here's an interesting conundrum. If he's short, you have it at the 2-yard line, right?
And it'd be first down for Colerain.
But do you not want the ball 2-yard line, give him another down, but you've also lost time on
You
the
need
clock?
clock. Clock's your best friend.
Most importantly,
Let's.
so a okay. So dead ball, false start. Middletown. Or illegal formation is probably what I call this.
Yeah, not enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
Cardinals stop them short of the line to gain. Turnover and downs. Cardinals will have no timeout, 1 minute, 15 seconds, and 98 yards to matriculate. Now, if you're the Cardinals, you do not need the full 98. A field goal does win you the game, but they have struggled.
It'd be good if they just got 70.
Yeah, they would struggle. They have those struggled.
Just 70 is all they need.
Struggled with the field goal operation.
But the only thing that's going to happen, though, I mean, if you're running, the clock's going to run, so Colerain is going to be throwing out of its end zone.
Yes.
Now, do you throw it short underneath to guys like Cheatham who can break it? But you got to think, we're not playing Oak Hills. We're playing a school with as many athletes as we have. So breaking the big one is going to be tough.
First down, Cardinals from their own 2-yard line.
Satterwhite has been dangerous in the slot. He can take it. Jordan Robinson's your deep threat. Tell you, no safeties deep.
Yeah, and
Dead ball, offside.
Offsides on the Cardinals.
So that's going to give them they only
Now,
need 65
if you're
yards
the Cardinals,
for a field goal.
you complain they just lost 2 seconds. So
Did 2 seconds run the clock?
2 seconds around the clock. It was 1:15. Jennings takes it, throws it out. Satterwhite takes it, keeps it on his beat, and then gets out of bounds.
And how about a late hit?
That's
close. It's one of those borderlines.
That'll be enough for a Cardinal first down. 1:08 still on the clock. You're right though. There's no safety.
There's no safety. I'm looking.
Just
I'm looking at that same
run
seam
that
route.
same play, except instead of Satterwhite going out, he takes 1 step out and then back up.
Okay, they've got a safety back. Well,
Jennings takes it, looks, scrambles, throws it over top. Too tall for Rhodes.
ooh, I tell you what, it's along the sidelines. If he completes that, he maybe gets about 10, 15 more yards. But that's not a bad decision right there.
I don't think he was thrown away. I just don't think he hit the receiver there. So second down. Jennings takes it, rolls right, and he's going to keep it down the sidelines, out of bounds, first down.
That's a gutsy call right there, because if he doesn't get to the sideline.
I don't think that was the initial call. I think they just kind of read it and there's no one over there. Although I was saying, if he stops and Cheatham keeps running, he's unguarded because they all came up to get Jennings, but you don't want to risk that here. So Cardinals have moved the ball about 30 yards with only about 15, 20 seconds off the clock. 56 seconds. We're under a minute. Jennings takes the snap, looks to throw, scrambles, looks underneath, and just misses Cheatham.
Does stop the clock, 51 seconds.
We'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Do you have a hook and lateral, Lindley?
They've run that before. I don't know if this is the time for it yet, but it's never the time for it.
They're kind of doubling up the outside receivers.
Jennings looks to his right. A little unsettled, scrambling now. Scramble drill looks downfield, not there. He's going to run to the sidelines. Stops the clock, and he'll be about 4 yards short of the line of game.
The clock will stop at 43 seconds.
He was kind of rolling off to his right off that snap.
39-yard line.
Corey
Defensive
Myrick
end from the Middletown, and kind of forced him back his way.
Your defensive player, Corey Myrick, is in on offense. You're one of your star safeties. He's almost looking right immediately every time, not really looking anywhere else. He's got looking there, not there, finds a man underneath in the middle of the field. Corey Myrick has a Cardinal first down, and he keeps fighting for yards, and the Cardinal sidelines is like, go down, go down, go down.
Well, it looked like Middletown was almost holding him up.
44-yard line.
Cardinals quickly to the line, and they'll spike it with 29 seconds. Good play by Jennings to finally just settle down, find Myrick over the middle, and pick up the first down and into committee territory.
Middletown's safeties are pretty much covering the outside of the field, leaving that middle open, knowing that Colerain's got no timeout.
Yeah.
But if they can run that seam route a little bit deeper.
Honestly, though, you have enough time to just dig. If you can get that play, you have enough time right now if you can convert it. Second down. Jennings looks. Quick throw out, up to Robinson.
But he's inbounds, short of the first down. The referee drops the ball.
15 seconds on the clock. And spikes it with 10 seconds. Yeah, so you got 9 yards, but you lost 20 seconds.
If he gets one more yard on that, you're saving a little bit of time. It is fourth down, though, also.
So the Cardinals can't just throw it away. Jennings has to get the first down.
Now, do you run that quarterback to the right side again, scramble? I mean, he can throw it to the defense, but he's got enough time to get about, he only needs 1 yard.
You also have 10 seconds. So you don't have a lot of time.
Middletown laying off. There's time for...
Rolls right. Jennings is just going to take it and go straight out of bounds, it looks like. He's got
the
first
but
down.
They're going to call a holding on that when he catches the edge right there.
Jennings runs ahead. Enough yardage for the first down, but there is a penalty on the
They did
board.
what they had to, but I believe they might have got that right tackle holding on that edge. Middletown defensive end complained for it, and I believe he got it. He called it right away.
Holding on the Cardinals.
Which is big because that is a spot foul.
Well, it's even bigger because at this point with 4 seconds, you're just going to the Hail Mary. And I don't know if Jennings could probably throw it 35 yards in the air to the end zone. I don't know if he can throw it 45, 50 yards to the end zone.
Oh, the quarterback was already to the outside, and he just held that inside jersey just a split second. That's also one that could have been a no call. That's how close that holding call was. I'm not saying there wasn't a holding because honestly, there's holding on every play. But you're right.
But I think that's the bigger thing here is that I don't know if Jennings can make a 30.
That great replay there by Waycross. It's a tough call. It's a tough call.
Jennings takes it. Throws it up. He's got a man deep.
He caught it!
Out of bounds.
Oh.
Ball is out of bounds.
Unbelievable.
Colerain does get a chance to throw it into the end zone and does make the reception, but he is just out of bounds. How out of bounds were Jennings scrambles here on the replay and gets enough time, and he does get it to the... How did he get behind him? But he is just a half a yard out of bounds. A strange ending to a completely strange game.
Fantastic pass by Zay Jennings. Incredible catch. Incredible catch by Jordan Robeson.
Robinson just out of bounds, can't make the play, and so that's final here at Colerain High School. The Colerain Cardinals fall 20-18 to the Middletown Middies. So for everyone here at Waycross Media, thank you for watching Colerain football.
Great catch, Stuart. Thank you for joining us tonight here at Cardinal Stadium.